Greg Popovich trying to not make too big a deal of the Game 3 win. Tim Duncan after a quiet Game 2. There's LeBron James. An interesting series to say the least. And here's Duncan. They made a concerted effort, as you suggested, Charles, to get Duncan involved very early in this game.
Well, we not only that, get involved, but get him involved down low. I thought he got more rim looks than he has in the first 2 games combined. But that's where his advantage is. Tony
Parker,
Gary
Tim
Neal.
Duncan, and then it's LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. Gary Neal gets it going early on with the 3.
And that's what happens when you establish the paint. The perimeter opens up.
Manu.
I mean, this is a beautiful pass by Manu. Great look away to Thiago Splitter. They're getting some easy buckets, and then there's Gary Neal just playing basketball.
Yeah, but you know, but what we talk about, and Steve said it earlier, man, listen, you know when a guy can't guard you. When he see Mike Miller, Birdman, and Shane Battier, he says, oh, it's Christmas in June.
Spurs up by 7 after the Duncan layup off the LeBron miss. Ahead to Kawhi Leonard, who throws it down. Spurs up by 10.
You talked about the balance, Steve.
Yes. You know, Mario Chalmers picked up 3 fouls, and they had no point guard, nobody back, and there's Mike Miller keeping them in the basketball
And this was
game.
when they made the 11-point lead down to 1, and then Gary Neal hit a couple shots. Well, Kawhi Leonard got the layup, and Neal hit the 3 at the buzzer to take it back up to 6.
That Ray Allen drive tied it at 44, and then very quickly a 6-0 run to close out the half. First, it's Tony Parker for 3.
That was a terrible shot that went in.
And then in the final moments,
great D
Green
by
with a
Green.
Block on LeBron James.
And
Spurs to Neal.
I mean, he shot that basketball, and you know, you got to give Gary Neal credit. He has no conscience and a great feel, but Danny Green did an excellent job all series of guessing where LeBron James
I was actually just getting ready to say, you know, Kawhi Leonard's doing a good job, but Danny Green really makes LeBron compete. I love that, man.
Neal had 17 points the first 2 games of this series, had 14 already at halftime, and he and Green both picked it up in the 3rd quarter. Green knocks down a 3, the Spurs by 11. Heat in transition. Tim Duncan's there for the block, and he would save it. It actually led to free throws on the other end.
Pop was asked about this effort by by Tim, and look, we talked about Tim's age right now and the things he's done this season in general, but that's just a desire to win. That's just effort.
I like the effort of getting him after Mario threw the ball into his hands, because it wasn't a block shot. He just got a chance to get it, and you see the Spurs off and running.
Ginobili with an easy bucket. Tony Parker off to the locker room, but San Antonio already up by 14, an 11-0 run along the way. Corey Joseph off that pick and roll action. Kawhi Leonard's waiting for it up top, and he'll knock it down 69-52. Leonard at 14, 2 of 3 from the great beyond. Gary Neal has joined us here on the set, by the way, and scoring in the highlight.
Don't touch him, Rick Fox. He's on fire.
Corey Joseph with a steal.
And 1.
You know, right now
played Anderson perfectly.
We can cut all these highlights off now.
Yeah, we need to cut these highlights off, Matt. This man is on fire. Oh, my goodness, it's a heat check.
Neal keeps it going. That put the Spurs up by 18, and he's not done.
You know, what I loved about this is now he's seeking shots. And when you have it going on, and the way they move the basketball around, and then you can see they both are getting their feet set, knocking down 3s.
Contagious.
Green was 7 of 9 from 3-point range.
Go.
He's 16 of 23 from out there for the finals so far. And Eric Spoelstra's got that look like, well, what am I supposed to do about that?
You see his eyes?
Yes. A 36-point blowout for the Spurs to take the 2-1 series lead.